Ahoy, mateys! Today we are going on a treasure hunt for the perfectly MLA formatted paper. Your quest, if you choose to accept it, is to learn about MLA and what it is, why we use it, and the 10 rules for setting up your paper. This video is your map to understanding MLA and how to apply it to every paper that you use in this class. So grab your compass, a pencil and paper for taking notes, and let's search for the buried treasure of MLA. Our first stop on your quest is the big question: what is MLA formatting? MLA formatting stands for the Modern Language Association, which is an organization of English and liberal arts scholars and professors that was founded in 1883. The professors and editors created a system of guidelines for how documents should be formatted for publication and research within their field. This style of writing, or MLA style, is used for most liberal arts classes as the standard format for papers. We will be using this style of formatting for all of our papers in 1101 and 1102. MLA can be broken down into 3 parts. The basic formatting, or how to set up your paper, which is what we will cover in this video. The Works Cited page, which is a list or collection of your sources, to be covered in future videos. And Part 3, which are the in-text or parenthetical citations, which will also be covered in a future video for your research paper. So now that you know a little bit more about what MLA is and why it was founded, let's answer the next big question, or our next location on the map. And this big question is really the one that I get the most from students. Why is MLA important? Or, why are you making me do this? Most students, when introduced to MLA, right from the beginning ask the question, why do we have to follow all of these rules? What is the point? Most of the answers point back to 4 things. The first is that having a visually organized paper can make your professor happy. Your professor has to read hundreds of essays a semester, and this takes a lot of time. When everything for your essay is in its place, it makes the process go faster. Imagine reading tons of Facebook messages, but they are all in different languages or font sizes. While this may be cool to look at, it definitely slows down the reading and might even become frustrating. MLA equals a happy professor. The second reason is because MLA can make your paper look very professional. Many of you spend hours and hours working on an essay, right? When you go to print that essay, you'd like for it to visually reflect all of the hard work that you just put into it, wouldn't you? MLA makes your essay look nice and clean and visually organized for your reader. It also helps you build attention to detail and work on those attention-detailed skills, being able to follow rules that your professor set out for you. And this is something that I try to focus on within this class. Hence, you have a lot of rules to follow for MLA. The final reason is because MLA helps prevent plagiarism by giving you a system for citing sources. I will go into more detail about this when we cover in-text citations and works cited pages. But trust me, MLA will help you give credit to whom credit is due and will help you avoid plagiarism. So now that we have covered what MLA is and why we do it, how can we now take the uphill climb towards our buried treasure? The map to the perfect MLA paper comes with 10 rules that you have to follow. In the following videos, I will walk you through the rules and show you how to set up your paper. I break these into groups of 4: the setup, the start of the paper, the body of the essay, and the page numbers. So let's start with the setup. The setup is rules 1 through 4, and the rules are that you have to have your paper typed in Microsoft Word, 1-inch margins, double line spacing, and 12-point Times New Roman font. So let me show you how to do this. As you can see, I am using Microsoft Word. And Microsoft Word makes it very easy to follow all of the rules for MLA. Anytime that I start a new essay in Microsoft Word, I start at the home page. And you'll notice that this one has 1.25-inch margins. It's not quite the 1-inch margin that we want. So what you will do is you'll go to Page Layout, Margins, and you'll see that it is set to the default of 1.25 on the sides. We want to go to the 1-inch margins, which is the normal up at the top. And I would set this as your default. So now you have 1 inch by 1 inch. The next thing that you're going to set up is you are going to set up your double line spacing. And you will go back to the home page. You will align all of your text to the left, and then you will move and you will double space it or set it to 2.0. When you set it to 2.0, this gives you double spacing. The next thing you want to do is set it to Times New Roman font, which I make my default, and you want to set it to 12-point font. Make it nice and readable, nothing big. Then the final thing we want to do is go to Page Layout and just take a look at the spacing after paragraphs, which is set to 8-point. We want to set this to 0. This is going to help us in our rules later down the road. So set it to 0 and go back to Home, and now you are ready to start typing your paper. So now that you have set up your paper, you are ready to start your essay. And this part will take us to the headings and titles portion, which is rules 5 through 6. Now, rules 5 through 6 is how to set up your heading and your title and make it look all nice and pretty on the first page of your paper. So you will start by, and I'm just going to copy in and paste a heading here, and you're going to start with your name, followed by your professor's name, only one space down, the class name, and the class number. After the class name and number, you'll have the date, which is the day, the month spelled out, and the year, 2015. Then you will make sure that everything is double spaced the way that it is supposed to be, and it should be. And then you will enter in your title, and you want to center your title. And then I'm going to copy and paste a title in here for you. And you'll notice that my title is normal font, normal size, nothing special or flashy, and it's only one space down from the date, and all of the important words are capitalized. So now that you've got your heading and your title done, you are ready for the next part of your essay, which is the paragraphs. Now that you have set up your heading and your title, you are ready to start writing. When you get to your body paragraphs, we have 3 rules. Rules 7 through 9, which is half-inch indenting, your spacing after your punctuation, and rule number 9, which is single spaces between paragraphs. So here, let me show you. You're going to align your text back to the left after your title, and I'm just going to copy and paste a couple paragraphs in here. Now what you will notice is that my first paragraph accidentally is not half-inch indented, like the second paragraph. So you're going to hit the Tab button on your keyboard, and that will give you the half-inch spacing that you need there. You'll also notice that everything is double spaced. It's one space down from the title, no extra spacing, and that there is only one space between any punctuation and the word that comes after it. So periods, exclamation points, commas, question marks. So the final thing you want to do is make sure that the spacing in between your paragraphs isn't more than 0-point font. So you'll see that mine is set to 0-point font right, or 0-point spacing right now, but if I set this up to, say, 12, it adds a whole bunch of spacing in between your paragraphs. This is a tried and true method of trying to expand your text to get more pages out of it, and a lot of students try to use this to fool me. Well, I don't fall for it. So just use 0 spacing in between your paragraphs and you are going to be good. So now that we've set up your paragraphs, we've gone over the 3 rules, we are ready for our final rule, which is rule number 10, or how to set up your page numbers. So when setting up your page numbers, you want to double click on your header. and that will open up the toolbar for your header. Now I can show you another way to do this. Close my header, and if you right click and you go Edit Header, this will also open up that toolbar. You'll go to Page Numbers, Top of Page, all the way down to the right, which is 3 down, and you'll click that, and then you will enter in your last name. And after you enter in your last name, you will make sure that you have a space between your name and the number. Close the header, and now you have your name and your page number at the top of all of your pages. Now I only have one page here, but if I go and I add in another page, insert an extra page here, you'll see that page 2 pops up on your screen. So now all of your page numbers are perfect for your paper and you are ready to go. So now that we've gone over the 10 rules, using Microsoft Word, having 1-inch margins, having double spacing, number 4, which is your font size and type Times New Roman 12-point font, rule number 5, your heading, and rule number 6, your title, rule 7, your 1/2-inch indent, the spacing after your punctuation, and the paragraph spacing, and then finally your page numbers, you have a perfectly MLA formatted paper. Once you've followed all these rules, you have found the X, and X marks the spot to a perfectly MLA formatted paper. You are well on your way to a successful essay. Good luck with your quest.